Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. This is 90 Day Fiance Season 7, Episode 10. It is called Choose Me, okay? We jumping right into it. Michael and Angela, okay? We kind of missed last week, so just to catch y'all up, Angela and Michael basically were, trying to recover from the bad news of Michael not getting his K-1 visa and whatnot, and Angela stormed into that lawyer's office. Y'all remember all that? And he told her about her options and whatnot, and she packed her suitcase up, and now she's on the way to Nigeria, okay? So this scene opens up. Michael is heading to the airport. He's like, you know how he do, Hello, everyone. It's Michael. I miss my baby. I miss my sweetheart. She's crazy. She's crazy. But I miss my baby. I miss my sweetheart. And I'm going to pick up from the airport. Does everybody hear that? I love Angela, okay? So we're like, okay, well, you love Angela, we get it, okay? Angela makes it there, and I used to not think that they didn't have any chemistry, but I kind of see it a little bit. Do y'all see it? I don't know. It's like, do they really love each other? I don't know. I think they do, okay? So he brings her a cake. He's like, I know she loves sweets, so I brought my baby a cake, okay? And sure enough, she's like, I loved the cake. It was delicious. He know me. Michael knows me. I love my cake, okay? So they embrace and whatnot. It's cute. And then they driving in the car, and Angela asks him, she's like, Michael, I just really want to get to the bottom of what happened during that interview. Let me know what happened during the interview, Michael, okay? And he's like, baby, they were worried because we did not get married in Nigeria first before wanting to get married in America. And she was like, well, why didn't you tell them that? Your mom threw us an engagement ceremony and, it was real to her. Why didn't you say that, Michael? See, this is what I'm talking about, okay? So she was in there about to beat Michael up. Michael was getting nervous. He was getting scared. I could see him, on the steering wheel like this. He was like, please don't let this woman beat me in front of these cameras, okay? So she was a little upset. And then they got to the hotel or whatever. And he gives her a gift. It was like a clock with their faces on it. Like it was like 1 o'clock had a little face, certain memory. And then 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, all the way up to 12 o'clock. It was kind of cute, okay? Angela liked it. She was like, see, we love each other, and this clock, it's so cute, and I really love it, Michael. And I just want us to be together, and I don't look like us not being, I don't like us being apart from each other, and I want to be with you, and I got a gift for you, okay? I got these, all of these things, and she showed up all of these explicit things, okay? I said, you know what? Let's move it right along, okay? So the next scene, Michael. Poor Michael, he was like, I had to tell Angela that I went to go talk to the lawyer. So I'm going to try to go bring her some food, but she doesn't like Nigerian food. So I'm scared, okay? I said, yes, I'm scared too. So they go to the cafe, and she orders something, or he orders it for her. I didn't pay attention. But she got some fish, and they had cooked it just as it is, not probably with the bones and the eyes and everything in it. And she opens the mouth of the fish, and it's the tongue in there. And so she gets weirded out, She don't like Nigerian food, girl, but okay. So he's like, oh, she don't like the food. Okay, baby, I have to tell you something. I went to go talk to my lawyer, and my lawyer said we have to get married here in Nigeria, okay? And Angela was like, no, that's your lawyer. She's going to tell you what you as Nigerians want to do and what's good for y'all. But she's, I got my American lawyer in the U.S. good of A, and she's going to tell me what I need to do as an American woman that pays taxes, okay? So she wasn't really here for it. He was like, baby, please, my visa got denied once. I don't want it to get denied again. Please, baby, please, okay? And she's like, I'll think about it, Michael, but I want my family to see me get married, okay? So that's the end of their scenes. We get to Mike and Natalie. There wasn't that much that happened with Mike and Natalie. It was just pretty much the end of Mike and Natalie from what it looks like, okay? So we open up and the producers are like getting them ready for like their on-camera interview, you know, the interview style where they ask them questions and they respond. And they're asking them like, how y'all doing, what's up? And Natalie is like she's just looking like something's up, okay? So, you know, they asked Mike, are you ready to go back to the US? Like, you know, are you gonna miss Natalie? He's like, yeah, I'm not ready to go back. I'm gonna miss Natalie, you know. And they're like, so Natalie, do you love Michael? And she's like, let me think. Do I love Michael? They're like, yeah. Did you hear us? Do you love Michael? And she's like, okay. So she basically says that she doesn't love Michael. And she says that she has feelings for him that may grow into love, but she don't love that man like that. Okay, she said it's too, they've been fighting too much and whatnot, and she just can't put out there that she loves him like that, even though they're engaged and about to get married. Okay, it hurts Michael's heart. He feels some type of way. He's like, okay, that's how she feels. That's how she feels. I mean, whatever. You know, I just put a ring on her finger, you know, to show that I love her, but she don't love me. That's fine. That's fine. I said, Michael, I know you hurting, boo. So the next scene, Michael is packing up to go back to the U.S. and Natalie's just sitting there like, okay, you leaving? Okay, whatever. They're fighting about, you know, her not loving him. And she was like, how can I love you? And we all we do is fight about the baby and about religion, and we're just not compatible. And I was like, y'all aren't compatible, okay? But Michael was still in his feelings. He was like, whatever, it's cool. You ain't got to worry about it or whatever. And she's like, okay, you want to act like that? So she takes the ring off and she like throws it in his suitcase. And he's like, you know, you just gonna throw the ring at me? Like, what's going on? And so she's like, you know, that's how I feel. You know, you don't think I care about you or whatever. Like, then whatever, then leave. Okay, so he's like, okay. So he starts to leave, you know, and he goes to say goodbye to Mom, and Natalie's just on the couch like this, like, I don't care. I don't care. So Mama is in her room, and Mike goes in there, and he hugs her or whatever. The camera zooms in, and we see them, like, embracing like this on her bed. And he starts to get emotional, and she's like, you know, they don't speak the same language. So she's like, I don't know what's wrong with this man. And he's like, I don't know what she's saying. So they're just like, you know, she's like, you know, in her language, like, everything will be okay. And he's like, just still emotional, whatever. And so then Natalie comes back after, you know, he's done with Mama. And he's like, she asks him, she's like, are you going to apologize? And he's like, girl, apologize for what? And she's like, no, you know, don't worry about it or whatever. So that's pretty much it. He didn't want to apologize, and she don't love that man. So on to the next girl. It's not that much to say. She don't love him. So then we get to Michael and Juliana. It was less Michael and Juliana and more Juliana and Sarah, okay? So the scene opens up. Juliana feels a lot better since Michael said that he's not going to go ahead and go through with the prenup. She's like, ooh, girl, I can take half your money after we're done with this. This is perfectly fine. Ooh, thank goodness. So Michael bought her a bike. So she's riding the bike to and from pretty much Sarah's house, which is Michael's ex, you know, and baby mama to his kids. And so she gets over there. She has to like bring Cece some like cheerleading stuff to Sarah's house. And they, over coffee, they just sitting down like catching up. And Sarah's like, girl, what's going on? And she's like, you know, it's hard being here in America. Like, I can't work. And, you know, I used to be a model back in Brazil. And now I can't model here. No, you know, I can't do anything here. I'm just stuck. And she goes to like talk on about like how she became a model like 14. And basically it didn't work out with her being a model. It wasn't what she thought it was. The girls were bullying her and stuff like that. She came back to Brazil, and then she got involved with a church that was pretty much like a cult, because like she couldn't wear makeup and there were a lot of rules and restrictions. And basically she said her first marriage was like an arranged marriage. It was with a man who was in the church I was like, girl, what? This is a crazy story, okay? So it was with a man in the church, and she said, you know, they were married. They knew each other for 4 months before they got married. And she said within that 4 months, he was a nice man. You know, he was telling her what she wanted to hear and whatnot. And then the day they got married, the man changed, okay? And so he wanted her not to work. He wanted her in the house doing domestic things. Probably, you know, him being in control of everything. And, you know, she said that it didn't work for her. She was highly upset. And she said she left him. And then she tried to go back and be a model, but they didn't want her anymore. So that's pretty much the story. And Sarah was like listening to this like, girl, what? Oh my gosh. You know. And so Sarah and Juliana just started to have some type of like a friendship because, you know, Sarah saw Juliana for more than just Michael's young thing. Okay. She sees her for like an actual person who has a backstory, you know, has a history. And she said, you know what I was saying when I first met you about you not parenting my kids? It's okay because I like you now. Okay, so not a best friends, okay? So next scene, Sarah and her best friend Juliana, okay, new besties. They go to the seamstress because she had to get her wedding dress, you know, taken in probably or whatever. So, Sarah is making conversation in the car with Juliana, and she's like, girl, does Michael think he has control over you? And Juliana's like, girl, he think he does, okay? And so they high-fiving over this. I was like, what is this? This makes me uncomfortable. What is going on, okay? What is going on? So, Sarah tells her, like, girl, when you start working, don't give Michael your paychecks. Because I did that, and then he tried to have control over me, girl, and it got a lot. So don't do that, girl, okay? So they kick in about, you know, Michael and whatnot. I was like, okay, this is weird. So then they make it to the wedding gown shop, and her dress, Juliana tries on her dress. It looks beautiful on her. Juliana starts crying, and her bestie is there to, you know, support her and give her, you know, what she needs and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. They're new besties, okay? So then we get to Anna and Marcel. Anna and Marcel was just, you know, their whole parts was just them crying and asking why, pretty much. So let's start from the top. Okay. So Anna, we start off with Anna at her house, and she's packing Marcel's things. She's like, you know, he about to leave tomorrow. He's at the hotel. So she's like, he's gonna come and get the rest of his stuff so he can get up out of here, okay? She's trying to act all hard, like, you know, I don't care about Marcel anymore. Forget him. He chose his family over me and my kids. Whatever, okay? Come get your stuff and leave. And so he gets there, and he, like, tries to, like, talk to her and whatnot. And they go back and forth of, like, asking each other why. And he's like, can I kiss you? And she's like, I want to punch you. And he's like, okay, well. It was a lot of crying. He tries to, like, hug her at one point. She brushes him off, you know. I was like, okay, what else is gonna happen with them? They, you know, she's like, are you gonna stay? And he's like, I ain't gonna stay. Now I know I'm crying and trying to act like I'm upset, but I'm definitely gonna leave, okay? So he gets the rest of his things, and he, like, walks down and he goes back to the hotel. So the next scene, we have the producer talking to Marcel, and Marcel looks like he's been crying or whatever. And so they're like, you know, Marcel, what's been going on? Like, how did the night go of you being by yourself and now you're about to leave? And he's like, well, I thought about what Anna was saying about me, you know, choosing her over my family, but I had to choose my mama. Like, I'm the only son, and I can't choose Sarah. I can't choose Anna. So that's that on that. The man don't want to be here. He don't want Anna like that. He want to be with his family, okay? So Anna has, you know, she told us in the scene before she didn't want to see him again. She had a change of heart. She's like, look, I'll bring him to the airport because these are my last moments to be with him. Okay, girl. So she picks him up from the hotel, and they're like, oh, why? Oh my gosh, why? And I'm like, girl, let this man go at this point, girl. He don't want to be with you. He playing with you. He tried to say, give me the last kiss, please. Come be with me. He don't really want to be with you like that. He want to be with his mom and them, okay? So they're in the car, and she's like, why are you doing this to me? Can't you stay and whatever? And he's like, please, please. He's just saying, please, 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 okay? They get to the airport. She keeps begging him to stay. He keeps saying please. And he gets on that plane. Okay. And so Anna was like, girl, I can't believe he got on the plane. I thought he was going to have a change of heart. And the man said he didn't want to be with you no more. He said he wanted to be with his mom and his family, and he was the only son. So that's that on that. Once he left, he couldn't come back because that was the stipulations of his visa. So he can't come back. So, bye Marcel. See you later, boo. Or whatever. Next we get Blake and Jasmine. Okay, their scene opens up. They're about to go to one of his little shows, okay? Because remember, Blake is a vice president of his own label he created with his friends, okay? So one of his artists is having a show. So they're, him and Jasmine are getting ready to go over there. And Jasmine is like, look, I'm not here for his music. Like, if I wasn't with him, like, I would not want to go to this. Like, this is kind of stupid for me. And I don't really want to go. I invited my sister because, like, I need somebody with me for this foolishness. But yeah, I'll go. But I don't like it like that, okay? Like, I don't like rap music. I don't like clubs. I don't know what he be saying in them raps. He puts a mask on. It scares me. I don't know what's going on, okay? So that was Jasmine. Jasmine was like, I'm going to look cute and I'm going to go, but I'm not interested in this, okay? So that's her showing her support, going. So Jasmine pretty much makes them late, okay? Blake's friends, okay? Blake's friends was getting on my nerves, okay? So the girl that we met that is in a relationship with one of his artists and his best friends, she's there and she's like, she hangs out with Jasmine and she's like, oh my gosh, Blake has never been late before. Now he's late. It's just so unlike Blake. It's Jasmine. I knew it. I hate her. Okay, that's basically what she wants to say. So Jasmine gets in there and she sits with Jasmine in the back, okay? Not in the part where people are like, dancing and stuff like that. And so she's like, are you enjoying it, Jasmine? And Jasmine's like, yeah, it's cool, it's fun. Okay. And so Blake does his thing with the little mask and and yee on the stage. And I said, okay, girl, that's cute. So after that, then the same girl is like, I can't believe that Jasmine was sitting in the back and not in like the front and having a good time and showing support. Like, it's like so stupid and it's weird. And I really hope she's with Blake for the right reasons. Like, why not support him? Like, I don't understand. Like, you're supposed to be up out there in the front having a good time, okay? And I'm like, girl, mind your business, okay? Mind your business. These friends are aggravating, okay? Let me tell you something. They got on my nerves this whole episode. I was like, girl, stay in your lane, okay, please. That girl came up there to support. She don't have to like that boy music like that. Okay, girl, shut up. Anyway, so then we get to the next scene. Blake goes to the studio, okay? Because he's VP of his own label, y'all. Okay, so he goes to the studio. The label president is there, and we got the homegirl I was talking about, her boyfriend, who is, also the artist and his best friend. He's there. So, they talk about Jasmine. They just start talking about Jasmine. They're like, yeah, man, Jasmine wasn't into, like, the whole performance last night. And, like, why isn't she, like, supporting you? Matter of fact, like, why didn't she come here to the studio with you, man? Like, bro, like, what's going on, man? And I'm like, friend, why isn't your girl with you? Y'all really need to mind y'all business, okay? Y'all are aggravating. Y'all are very aggravating friends, okay? Y'all acting like y'all care about what goes on in Blake's life, and y'all just hating on Blake, okay? Because, like, who cares? Who cares, okay? Who cares if that girl like his music and whatnot? Who cares? And Blake kind of defends her. He's like, she's from another country. Like, she's getting adjusted to being here. Like, y'all need to mind y'all business. Okay, and I'm like, please mind y'all business. The whole scene was about Jasmine not liking this boy music. And then they were like, yeah, because you know, if she don't like his music, then she not here with him in America for the right reasons. I said, bye. Get out of our face with this foolishness, okay? So that was it. They was hating on Jasmine the whole 2 scenes. Lastly, we get to Tanya and Sinjin. Some more foolishness, okay? So you know, Tanya's been in Costa Rica for a month, and she's finally coming back. Sinjin is excited for some reason. Even though they've been fighting the whole time she's been gone, Sinjin is excited for this girl to come back. So he's at the airport. He makes it to the airport, I guess, in New York or whatever. And she lands, and he's so excited to see her. She's smelling the boy armpit. I said, okay. They try not to argue there. They act like they like each other there. I said, okay, the arguments are coming because I know y'all, okay? So the next scene, you know, they're in the car. You know, I think they spent the night in New York, and then they head back to Connecticut the next day. And so they're in the car, and Tanya brings up the fact that he needs to get a job, okay? He has to wait to get a job because he has to wait to get a permit to work. So she's like, can't you be like studying some stuff or like looking at some stuff and trying to figure out what you want to do? And he proceeds to say that, you know, he's a little weary because he worked in the mines back in South Africa for 7 years, you know, when he was 18 years old up until, you know, 7 years after. And he hated it. You know, it was terrible. The work conditions were terrible. People were getting injured, possibly killed. A lot, you know, I get it. But she's like, that was so long ago. Like, get over it. Oh my gosh. And she's like, you know, I think you're just too young for me or whatever. And questioning his work ethic. And they're just not compatible. If you don't like him thus far, girl, y'all got 90 days, then don't get married. Y'all aren't compatible. Stop it. Okay? But they proceed to continue to argue. And they're hollering at each other. She's saying that he's not concerned about their future. And they're hollering back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, girl. That was pretty much it. And she was like, I'm ready to let you go. And he was like, girl, please release me. Girl, all of this arguing is not for me. And I'm like, this is bad for y'all's health and y'all's stress levels. Just holler before y'all even get to be married. It's a lot. It's a lot, okay? Y'all aren't compatible. I think that's what that lady's gonna tell y'all next episode. Did y'all see the previews? I think that's what that lady's gonna tell y'all next episode. So I'm just gonna, you know, not waste my breath on that. So that was this episode, you guys. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments below, please. Let's discuss. I really want to hear y'all's opinions. Yeah, like the video if you haven't liked it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And to all the people who have subscribed, welcome. I hope you enjoy the content I'm putting out. And like I said, if there's any suggestions you have for me for putting out more content that you want to see, I'm definitely open to hear it in the comments below. I love you guys. Share the video if you care. Okay, share. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.